So I've been trying to find the best quick release plate for accessories like monitors and transmitters, and I finally found it, and I'm going to show you. So today we're looking at the Falcam F22 and the Smallrig Hawklock. When I was researching for the perfect quick release plate, I really wanted a video comparing the Hawklock and the Falcam F22 because they were both very popular and lots of people liked them. I couldn't find a single video of someone saying, here's this one versus this one, so that's what I have for you today. So I was tired of threading screws onto things on shoots as we're trying to switch from this to that, to that, to that, and friction arms and all these things. And I wanted something fast, simple, and secure. It needed to be small, and I liked the idea of a quick release plate, and there's a couple different things out there that we tried. So before I jump too far into my first YouTube video of 2025, Happy New Year to everyone, and I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and New Year's celebrations. And I'm excited for what this year is going to have for us. It'll be a different year, and we'll talk more about that probably in another video, but we've kind of shifted our business model. We've made a lot of changes in 2024. We've always done both wedding and corporate videos. We've fully transitioned away from weddings as the focus. We still do accept weddings, but from focusing on weddings, finally made that shift in 2024. That was fantastic. And so I can talk more about that and how we left, basically $120,000 a year business in weddings to focus on corporate and do more of a freelance and corporate commercial, all that good stuff. Anyway, so that's a whole nother video, but the corporate has already outpaced the weddings, so that's fantastic. We love that. Let's jump into the video. The other thing is, thank you guys for your patience. As I was kind of slow getting videos out, especially the last couple months. There's a lot been going on at home that I haven't talked about. My wife got diagnosed with a sickness called valley fever, something that, we've kind of had to just work through at home. And so my wife's had a ton of fatigue. She's slowly getting better, so that's good. But tons of fatigue, which means after work, I take care of the kids and do the dishes and, come back and work till midnight or 1 a.m. or whatever it is. So I've been tired and I've been kind of burning the candle at all ends lately. So I have not been keeping up on my YouTube videos, trying to get back into the groove of that. Let's jump into that review. So I had seen small quick release plates like this in the past. I had some in the past years and years ago, similar to the ones that Condor Blue has now, but they're made by some other off-brand company. It was total garbage. I'm sure the Condor Blue ones are fine. I've never used them. Not my style that I'm looking for. So I kind of thought of these initially. I looked at them, but I thought they would not be secure. I thought they would be kind of rattly and stuff. I'm like, there's no way it's got a really strong positive lock. So I dismissed these and went and looked at other options. We looked at a variety of NATO rail clamps and rails. We looked at rosettes. We looked at rods and rod clamps. And we looked at some small quick release plates. So there's a variety of different options on the market. There's a lot of small quick release plates. Condor Blue makes one. There's all kinds of different quick release plates out there. And I wanted something that was small, light, fast, and reasonably affordable because I'm going to want to get a lot of them. NATO rails and clamps are great. They're pretty easy to slide on, clamp, and they're very secure. They come in low profile, high profile, different lengths, all kinds of different locks, and then you just kind of push the button, they slide off. A lot of different NATO rail options out there, and they're great. However, one thing that all NATO rails require is for you to slide on and off. And that's just one more thing that you got to do. The amount of time it takes me to do that. There's a lot of different rods, rod clamp accessories. Back in the day, we used to build whole rigs for DSLRs out of rods and clamps and all this, silliness. So that is definitely another way to do it. Something that we considered, like, okay, it's pretty quick to slide this on, and boom, now we've got accessories mounted, and you can get rods of different lengths and carbon fiber, and there's a lot of options, a lot of ways to do it with rods. But we decided not to go that route. Okay, brought in my sidekick here. So this guy, you push the button and this comes off. Now, if you look at the bottom of this, it has grooves and it's supposed to be able to go in any direction. So that's cool. So any direction, I should be able to slide this on. Okay, great. And then to get it off, you just push the button and it comes loose. All right, yeah, see. So this, slightly counterintuitive stuff, and it only comes in and out one direction. So towards the logo. So let's attach it to something. Let's be fair, right? The mechanism on this is you got these latches and you got this clicky guy here. And you can see the other side of that click. It pushes in right there. So now let's talk about the Hawklock. Similar, it comes with the pins on. I already took the pins off of this one just because most of my stuff does not have those pins, so I took those off. This guy is push a lever and it lifts out. Obviously way easier to do with stuff attached. So on this plate, you screw that guy in. So the mechanism on this one is in here. And as you push this, there are, kind of hard to see, if you can catch that. There are these pins in the side that slip in and out, and they catch on this collar here as you put it in. So this one can go in two directions. It can go this way or go 180 degrees, can go that way. So this one can go facing two directions, which is nice instead of you know, the one direction for the Falcam. Now, to be fair, the Falcam can spin any one of these directions. It can just only slide on and off one way. But one thing I don't like about the Falcam is it is still a slide. You got to start somewhere and you got to slide. You have to slide this thing in from the side. Just to finish rounding this thing off, we've got quarter 20s on the bottom, quarter 20s on the bottom of this, and just a lever to push it in and out. And the action on this one is you push it in. You can also pull the lever and it drops in easy, which is what I like to do. If you pull that lever, it pulls back out. So that is kind of the pieces, the mechanisms. So let's take a look at it attached to things and see how that works. Here we are with the Hawklock installed with Portkeys monitor on my FX6 on a magic arm. So to take this on and off, you simply push the lock and lift. To put it back on, just flick that lock and it goes right back on. So very simple, and with a little practice, very quick and easy to put on and take off. And you know when you hear that lock that it's in there. If you're like, oh, there it goes, now it locks, right? So it's not hard to accidentally think it's locked and miss the lock. You can also, just with some force, push down and it will lock. So that's the other way to do it, that you see most people doing things. And with a lot of accessories, that's what I would do. I would just push down to lock it. But for me, that's putting a lot of force on this magic arm, putting a lot of force, you know, ultimately on all, and I'm just like, it's just as easy to just go like that. You know, it's not too big of a plate, so it's easy to stow this in a bag. It's you know, not something that's going to catch on anything, so that's nice. And it's nice and sturdy. I feel completely confident in that, that it's not going anywhere. So now I'm going to go ahead and swap out the Hawklock for the F22. To make it a fair comparison, I'm going to go ahead and install the area locking pins on here because my monitor does have those. This one is just a regular flathead screwdriver, not a Allen key. So let me grab a screwdriver for that. I do like that Smallrig has moved away from flat heads only on stuff, and they're putting more Allen keys, because it's easy to have all the Allen keys on set, and for everything to be Allen keys is nice. Okay, so this is installed. Also low profile, also nice and small. Similar in size to this guy here. The Hawkeye is a little taller, and and the Falcam is a little wider, so roughly the same size. Okay, so moment of truth. Slide that on, and it's supposed to be locked. And then to get it off, I push the button and take it out. Also pretty sturdy. Now, we can slide this facing any direction. So that's nice. So, I mean, that's a pro. Something to consider. If you want a plate that can face any direction, I mean, Falcam's got you. Personally, I'm not a fan of the slide action. I feel like it takes longer than the drop in and out action of the Hawklock. So, and there is just the slightest amount of like resistance. And I did see some reviews from other people. I don't remember who they were, so I can't shut them out. But I did see some videos of people saying that it would kind of get sticky, or they would have trouble getting it out. And I can see, pushing it in and out a couple times, how that would be the case. Just doing it this many times, I'm already kind of feeling that just, yeah, see, if you don't get just the right angle, it kind of wants to wiggle. Yeah, so as I try to do this with my left hand, where I'm less, throw my right thumb in there and we're all good. But if I try to do all this with my left hand, I can get it off fine. Getting it on, I guess with a little practice, right? But it's not as intuitive, I feel like, as the Hawklock. At the end of the day, it works. And I think there are pros and cons to both systems. You can't come in the back way on the Hawklock. You can only come in the front way. So there's only one direction you can bring it in from. So as you're planning how you place your quick release plates, you're going to think about which way is it sliding in, sliding out. Also, where do I want the button to be? Because the placement of the button, you want that to be easy to get to. And it may be that you can push it from the front and you want to slide in the same way, but you can't. You have to come in the other way, and maybe that's an issue for your particular rig. So at the end of the day, I think they're both good solutions. I do feel like there's maybe a touch more wiggle and play in the Falcam, just ever so slightly, you know, fractions of a millimeter. So who's the winner, Falcam F22 or Smallrig Hawklock? The winner is the one that's right for your rig. For me, I chose the Hawklock. I liked the vertical drop in and out as opposed to the slide. There's also less chance of me getting stuck with this. Because of the mechanism, it's just a straight in and out. I really felt like that worked better for me, for my rig, the way I like to do things. I think that the design on the Hawklock is better, and so that's the one that I went with. So as I switch back to the Hawklock, which I definitely like better, some of the reasons I like the Hawklock, and if I didn't show you earlier, this also has the area locating pins on the receiver base as well. So you're good. It is nice that they both have removable area locating pins, so that if your particular device that you are using it on does not have locating pins, it's easy to take those out. Because some things just have permanent locating pins, and that's annoying because then you can't use them on a device that does not have the locating pins. Like I had a previous monitor that had no locating pins, and a lot of my attachments had locating pins. I was like, oh, I can't really use those. So it's nice that you have the option to take it on or off. I feel like the installation with Allen wrenches is so quick and easy. So I love that about it. It's really easy to install, And once it's installed, I think it's solid. I'm real happy with the Hawklocks. I bought a bunch of them, and I'm putting Hawklocks on all my monitors and all my transmitters. So I put the Hawklock on the transmitters so that those can pop on and off. So it's real easy to move transmitters between devices if we need to go between cameras, move monitors between cameras, and putting receivers for, the wireless receivers. Also, we're getting the Hawklocks, putting those on the production monitors. That way, as we are moving various wireless receivers or various monitors, it's easy to just pop, 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 and put the devices that you need where you need them without having to stop and screw in all those little friction arms. Friction arms are great, but every time we had to stop and screw one of those on and off on set, for example, we will typically use the Hollylands on the FX6, and then Mike has a pair of Axoon transmission, and we use that on the gimbal ring. So when we're doing a corporate gig, we're frequently like, okay, depending on which camera is running, we got to send that right camera to monitor. And so then we're sitting there like screwing things on and replugging things and everything. I'm like, if we've got the Hawklocks, it's just pop, 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 and flip the right transmission receiver where it needs to be, and boom, we're good to go. It would even be super easy to throw the Hollyland on the ring, just to be able to move monitors and move transmission very easily. And for example, if I've got my Portkeys monitor that I like, and then Mike has his other monitor that he likes, and then someone else has their monitor they like or whatever, and if we're moving from gimbal to the other thing, it's easy for me to be like, let me take my monitor, pop it onto the gimbal, because now I'm running gimbal, pop it back on here. Mike can take his monitor off the gimbal, pop it on his camera, and so we're able to just quickly and modularly move monitors and transmission. Those are the things we move most, right? So monitors and transmission. Our whole setup is getting Hawklocks. I got Mike some, for his. That way we have Hawklocks on everything, and it's all interchangeable. So it's real easy to just move monitors, transmission, wherever we need it. And that's how I like to roll things. I like things to be fast, efficient. The more we can just plug and play, the better, so that we can move quickly, because as much as I want to think that we have 5 hours to set everything up, it's just not the case. And the last thing you need is to have your client watching you fiddle with gear and screw things in, and like, how long is he going to be doing this? And let me unscrew this one, let me unscrew that. Like, it's all time. And if you can just be like, boom, put this here, put this here, put this here, boom, done. Like, how much better is that? And everyone's like, wow, look at that guy. He's pro. So definitely, I think that some form of a quick release system is beneficial for you. So let me know, do you like the F22 or do you like the Hawklock? Pros and cons. After watching this, which one do you think is better? Which one do you think wins? And which one's better for you and your rig? Let me know in the comments. So I hope that little review was helpful for you. Let me know if you liked it, and if you want to see more things like that. I love doing comparisons, compare, contrast, pros, cons. That's how my brain works when I'm looking for gear. So I'm always looking for people making videos that are like this one versus this one, and it's so hard to find people making those. So I'm like, maybe I'm gonna just make more of those. So let me know how you like that. These were great. They're both good. And I definitely chose the Hawklock, and I think it's the better product for the reasons I listed. So let me know what you think. I also picked up the new Portkeys, what is this, the B72DS on Black Friday sale. So that was nice to get that. I didn't even set up camera control on it. It came without the Cinenorm OS, and I was like, man, this is like slow and archaic. Like, I thought this was supposed to be really cool, and I'm like, this doesn't look like the pictures. And I'm like, wait a second, this is not the Cinenorm OS. So, or Cinenorm, I don't even know how they say that thing. So anyway, go China, right? Been enjoying playing with this. I still got to get camera control set up. I just got the OS updated, and so I'll start working on setting up camera control. Let you know how I like that. It's supposed to be able to control everything, all the Sony cameras I have, FX6, FX3, FX30, all through the monitor. So that'd be nice to not have to dig around for basic things, exposure, white balance, whatnot. So anyway, definitely think I might want to do a review on this once I have a little more time to play with it. If you have any specific questions, let me know, and I'll be sure to answer them in my review. So far, happy with it. I like the colors, like the image, the brightness, all that's good. Daylight viewable, all the basics. And metal construction, nice and sturdy. Feel like I could, drop it and not totally shatter, so that's good. I hope you enjoyed this video comparing the two quick release plates. If you would like more gear reviews, let me know. I have a list of gear I would love to review, especially compare and contrast, because those are fun for me. And then I have lots and lots of other videos I'd like to make. So 2025, woohoo, it's here. And I hope that you guys all have a good 2025. Happy New Year. Let's all keep creating some awesome videos, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.